Hello out there, all you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you very much for lending me your time and your ear and listening in to another idea that will work on the Wii U. And this is the final video for this series. I started off with The Legend of Zelda, and I'm going to end it with The Legend of Zelda. And this video is titled The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Defeat. Now, I'm basing this off of what was officially released as the timeline, where there's the Fallen Hero timeline, and that moves on to A Link to the Past and forward, so on and so forth, until you end with Zelda 2. Now, the story that's in my mind takes place roughly 20 to 30 years after Ocarina of Time takes place, depending on how you want to look at the situation, like whether it's Kid Link or Adult Link that had Child Link or Adult Link that was defeated. In either situation, Hyrule was going to be ruined, no matter what. Whether Link was defeated or he just wasn't there, Hyrule was going to fall to ruin once Ganondorf got his hands on the Triforce of Power. So that's a no-brainer. That has to happen for this to be a thing. And I'm also thinking of this to be sort of like a Knights of the Old Republic or Jade Empire type of thing, like very BioWare-esque. And they don't necessarily have to go to BioWare to have it done. I mean, they could pick up a few of the employees that don't work for BioWare anymore and see if they would be willing to work on something like this. But I think, though, that they have on hand, if they utilize Monolith Soft for something like this, they could pull it off. One, because the battle system that Monolith Soft has come up with for like Xenoblade Chronicles would actually fit perfectly for this gameplay style. I mean, for this style of game, so that would be okay. You wouldn't be playing as Link, obviously, because Link is defeated. He shouldn't be there. He shouldn't be around. And this could be a short time before the Imprisoning War happens. So it's more or less this game would lead into the Imprisoning War. Because obviously it didn't happen right after the Ocarina of Time in that timeline, but it could lead up to that. So that would be cool. And the character that you'd be playing with, be male or female, would be a character created by the goddesses. And as Inception, for the Inception, your character would be called the Hero of Light. But you would be given the choices to do good or bad or evil. So you could continue being the Hero of Light or eventually become the Hero of Strife. One way or the other, your character plays a pivotal role in being the protagonist because Link is not there. There is no bearer of the Triforce of Courage. So your quest would more or less be to either become the hero and not take the Triforce of Courage, but replace that role leading up to the Imprisoning War, or crap, I don't know where that yawn came from, but I was fighting it off. Or you could take the dark route where you align yourself with Ganondorf and eventually try to usurp his seat and take the Triforce of Power. One of those two routes, either one of those two routes is fine with me. But like, it gives the player the option to be the good guy or the bad guy, and it wouldn't necessarily affect the story itself because the story could still go the exact same way. I mean, not the whole story, but the main points of the story could actually go the same way. And I think that would be actually a pretty good thing for the Zelda series and be a nice little spin-off. And it's perfect to not have Link. Like, I swear. Crap, stop yawning. I swear that's been like a thing with me with this series when I've talked about Legend of Zelda games, like just to do some of them that don't actually require a Link. But in the fallen hero timeline, if it's shortly after he is defeated, then it would make sense that he isn't around, whether he's dead or just decided to go into hiding since he's been defeated. Either way, he should not be a part of this particular story. So that would be, to me, a good way. Would have been a good way to bring some fresh inspiration into the series. I mean, not like Breath of the Wild isn't fresh inspiration. Obviously, it is, but something like that. Like there are particular audiences that these types of things can reach out to, can kind of speak to as far as gaming goes. So, and I could see people who were fans of BioWare back in the day, like of Jade Empire, Knights of the Old Republic, the original Mass Effect. I could see those type of people flocking to this because it would be something cool and interesting, and then it's in the Legend of Zelda's lore. It would make for an interesting concept and a very interesting game. And that's why I personally think like it's just like a shame that it doesn't. It's not happening because I would love to see it. Um, like I said, I wouldn't. I would at one point have said let BioWare do it, but right now they've got quite a few a-holes working for them, and there's some things that they're doing that I'm not like too ready to support. So maybe get some of the former employees that left. I was trying to stop that one, and it came on again. Got another yawn. If any of you are yawning after seeing me yawn, I apologize. I know they're contagious, but I just think that would be interesting, like, and allow the choices that you make, the good or the bad choices that you make, to shape the way the world looks around you as things are going on, which would be pretty damn. Honestly, I think that would be pretty cool, and then have different scores of music that play depending on which path you've chosen. So if you've chosen the path of light, you'll get a lot of the classic Zelda themes that are kind of like upbeat and stuff like that. Or if you've chosen the path of strife, you'll get a lot of the darker toned Legend of Zelda themes and things like that while you are out and about. Like, I'm surprised nobody's done that in a game yet, or at least not to my knowledge. I haven't seen it happen. I haven't seen or heard of it happening. So, that would actually be pretty cool to do. And have a variable system for who your party can be. Like, your party can change up depending on how good or evil you are. Like, there's a lot of things to consider when you're thinking about this. So, it could definitely expand the heck out of the lore, and people could revisit the Hyrule from Ocarina of Time yet again and actually re-explore it and maybe see some small changes that may have happened over the course of a 20 to 30 year time period. I think that would be a worthwhile endeavor if Nintendo were to do it. Like, it would definitely be interesting, and then I would look forward to it. I know I would be looking forward to it if they announced it. I'd be ready to jump on that one. But I think that's it. There's not a whole lot that I can really say about this, because other people have expressed these ideas, this thought before, and to me, this is a good place to go with the Legend of Zelda series. I mean, not necessarily mainline games, but a nice little spin-off series that started out like that would be awesome. And again, the games wouldn't have to feature Link. Heck, outside of this first one I'm describing, it wouldn't have to feature Ganondorf or Zelda, to be honest. But just let me guys know what you think. And it's been a nice run, 115 videos. I definitely could have done more, but I'm going to wait and see what Nintendo's next platform is and what they're bringing to the table with that before I start espousing more game ideas for Nintendo. I do have another series I wanted to start really soon, and I think it might replace this one, at least temporarily. But I'm not going to say what it is. You guys will just see it when it drops. Thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears up for more of my stuff. And until the next time, enjoy your games. Peace out. And oh no, I shouldn't have said peace out so soon. Interesting tidbit. This series ran from July 2nd, 2015 to August 10th, 2016. So like a little bit over 13 months. I think I did pretty good. Anyway, you guys have a nice day. Bye. Peace.